What's going on, everybody? Welcome into TB Sports 27 and WWE Universe Mode. This is it. This is the week leading up to AEW and WWE Forbidden Door. Are you guys pumped up? We have Raw, we have SmackDown, we have an ECW One Night Stand, which is an open fight night card. And then we have the 12-match Forbidden Door show. At the end of this stream, we're going to run down the entire card for Forbidden Door. I encourage you guys to also check out NXT No Mercy, because that took place. We have Alpha joining us in the chat. What's going on, Alpha? NXT No Mercy is coming up. We also have the fallout from NXT No Mercy. Alpha, everybody else, if you did not get a chance to check out NXT No Mercy, I encourage you to do so. In the... we got Zach joining us as well. Elimination Chamber tonight. Yes, this is the hype. This is the preview for Elimination Chamber. I'm going to jump into this quick because I just had to block somebody on YouTube that didn't quite understand what kind of channel we have here. He got really feisty. Should I call him out? Should I call the man out? Let's see. He got a good blocking, so if he's watching this one. His name is Diodontis. He watched a live stream replay and complained that the video wasn't short enough. This is a live stream channel. This is not an edited video channel. I barely have enough time to do live streams, let alone record footage, edit, and do commentary. Maybe one day, but we're not a full-timer yet. We're just doing this part-time while we're still working a full-time job. So, yeah, this is a live stream. He got upset that we were giving a couple of moments. We start the stream, let people come in for a little bit, then we jump into it, kind of talk things through, and he was upset that the video didn't get started quick enough and wasn't short. And he wanted it to be a 10-minute... He clicked on a video that was an hour and 20 minutes and said he wanted the video to be edited down to 10 minutes long, and it wasn't short enough. So he ended up getting blocked because he kept coming back, and... the stuff that he wanted to see in the video was at the end of the game, and I guess he couldn't be bothered to stick around. Plus, it was a live stream replay. So, this is a live stream channel. The videos you're clicking on are live stream replays. Check out NXT No Mercy. Didn't do commentary for it. Like I said, we're kind of mixing it up, doing non-commentary streams and commentary streams. I've heard different folks that like both, so we're doing a little bit of a mix until we have more time to do it regularly. But this is the final Monday Night Raw before Forbidden Door, and this is a rematch from last week out on Monday Night Raw, where Edge and The Rock went toe-to-toe, and it was actually a victory for Edge on this show. And the reason The Rock wants to get a little bit of payback, well, both Edge and The Rock have big matches coming up at Forbidden Door. You know what? I said I'd go through the whole card at the end of the show. Maybe as we see competitors that are going to be on the Forbidden Door card, I'll let you know what big matches they got coming up. But it was a week ago that Edge and The Rock went toe-to-toe. Edge came out victorious. Rock, of course, challenged to a rematch. So let me pull up the... Got buried here. I was looking in some other documents. Coming up, it's a 12-match card, so I can't remember every single match, but we're going to run through the whole show, the whole card at the end of this. It is going to be a match that nobody thought they ever maybe dreamed about, but it's going to take place Forbidden Door. Maybe the two pillars, the pillar of WWE and the pillar of AEW, are going to go toe-to-toe coming up at Forbidden Door. It is going to be The Rock one-on-one with Darby Allin. The Rock versus Darby Allin at WWE AEW Forbidden Door. Also on the other side is Edge and the Judgment Day. And it's going to be the Judgment Day, which is Edge, Damian Priest, and Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins. They're going to be doing battle with the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. That is coming up at AEW WWE Forbidden Door. You're also looking at ECW champion Roman Reigns, and he will be going one-on-one with TNT champion Mark Briscoe in a no-rules hardcore match. And originally was scheduled to be Jacob Fatu defending WWE in a U.S. title versus Continental title match at Forbidden Door. Well, you see, Jacob Fatu lost the championship to The Fiend, so now it is going to be The Fiend going up against Jon Moxley, U.S. champion versus Continental champion at Forbidden Door. So you're getting basically in this matchup here out of this. You're getting 3 competitors that are going to be in Forbidden Door matches coming up at AEW WWE Forbidden Door. I don't know where Seth Rollins is, but you're seeing the Judgment Day come out. Loaded card here, and we got to talk about the third man. We weren't doing commentary, so this is our chance. Zach, Alpha, I want to hear you guys weigh in on this. The third man was revealed on SmackDown, and if you guys didn't get a chance to watch, it's always in the archives here on YouTube. Of course, you can support the channel at patreon.com/tvsports27, because we're going to be doing some bonus content over there coming up with ECW One Night Stand and a couple of bonus matches for Forbidden Door. But it was, the third man was revealed, joining with nWo Hulkamania, and you guys already know because you're looking at the title of this stream. But Big E, it was Big E, now known as Las Vegas Langston, obviously taking a page out of Hollywood Hogan, going with Las Vegas Langston. You know what? I'm not going to completely rip it off. I'm going to tell you the inspiration. You guys maybe know DQCAW, little Las Vegas Link fans out there. If you guys know what I'm talking about, those of you that don't, I'll let you guys Google that one or chat GPT and look up the history. But Las Vegas Langston, and it was a shocking third man reveal, and we saw nWo Hulkamania defeat nWo Black and White on SmackDown as well. We also saw Eric Bischoff, who was Hulk Hogan's longtime best friend. I mean, basically those two, since the end of '96 onward, were pretty much, you know, I'd say the relationship between Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan lasted longer than the relationship of Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon as far as working together, positive. Well, it was also not only Las Vegas Langston, after all these years, turning his back on the WWE Universe, one of the most beloved superstars in the history of the WWE, turning his back, joining up with the likes of MJF, the disgusting MJF, and Hollywood Hogan. We know the character of Hollywood Hogan. And to join up with both of those men as the third man, people could not believe it. And you're going to see those guys in action as well. Kind of a rogue team, not representing WWE or AEW. They're like true outsiders, even though Hollywood Hogan does have this ironclad contract that was whipped up by our owner, Kevin Owens. And we're going to talk more about ownership and, you know, Vince Russo, who's trying to maybe take control. But yeah, it was a friendship that's lasted since 1996 between Hogan and Bischoff, thrown right out the door. Not only was the friendship between Las Vegas Langston and the New Day thrown right out the door, but the friendship between Eric Bischoff and Hollywood Hogan thrown out the door. Bischoff kicked out of nWo Hulkamania and making his first appearance on WWE television since he was known as Vic Venom on a Sunday morning call-in show. Vince Russo back in the world of professional wrestling. In our universe mode, we last saw Vince Russo as the leader of the Main Event Mafia. And that group was part of our WCW brand when we were doing that. And, of course, you guys saw the end results, the 4-team War Games match that ended up with Bullet Club eliminating Vince Russo. Well, Hollywood Hogan brought back Vince Russo, of all people. There was a lawsuit between Hollywood Hogan and Vince Russo over comments made at Bash at the Beach 2000. Like, these two men hated each other. Hogan never wrestled in WCW again after Russo. Wait a minute, Rock, he was about in danger there for a moment, but I don't know, a shocking, more shocking than Hogan and Bischoff going their separate ways, of the fact that Hogan and Vince Russo are seemingly on the same page here in nWo Hulkamania. So in the main event tonight, you guys are going to see Las Vegas Langston and Kofi Kingston in what might be one of the most emotionally charged matchups we've seen in the history of WWE. When you talk about former friends, I mean, two guys that were basically brothers that were like family with one another. And never thought we'd see the confrontation, but you're going to see it. Las Vegas Langston, Kofi Kingston tonight in the main event on Monday Night Raw. We also have the Women's Championship on the line. Michin will be defending her title against Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross picked up the lone victory over Michin this past month in Universe Mode. She's going to get her title match before Forbidden Door. The Rock with the rock bottom onto Edge. Is that going to be enough? And it is. How about it? So The Rock comes back, gets the win, avenges the defeat to the Rated R Superstar last week out on Universe Mode. And The Rock, the defending WWE King of the Ring, set to go toe-to-toe with Darby Allin. And I wonder what kind of matchup that is. Of course, Darby Allin, much like Mark Briscoe, a hardcore wrestler, The Rock as well. You know, he's had his fair share of hardcore matches. The famous I Quit match at Royal Rumble 1999. But there you see the Bloodline, and they're going strong. AEW WWE Forbidden Door coming up. Your next premium live event, The Rock versus Darby Allin. Roman Reigns, the ECW champion, versus Mark Briscoe, the TNT champion. And the Judgment Day, Edge, Damian Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, versus the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. As we continue on here in Universe Mode. And I wonder if that guy that's watching is panicking yet, because this is not a 10-minute video. All right, we got this is an interesting matchup here. A handicap matchup, a 2-on-1 between Natalya, who's one half of Generation Now, and Tiffany Stratton going up against Io Sky. Currently, none of these competitors have matches at... Wait a minute, we got Michin, who has come out to team up with Io Sky, or...
These two can't get on the same page.
No, it looked like Michin just came out to do that to Io. Of course, Io, the former women's champion. I think Michin, she just kind of was trying to sucker in Io Sky, coming in to make this a tag team match. We're trying to explain Universe Mode booking here. And then just kind of shoved her and walked out. So it is going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match. I don't know if Kairi Sane is here tonight. Maybe can turn this into an actual tag team match or not. But Io Sky, the former WWE Women's Champion. We just saw the King of the Ring in The Rock. Io Sky, the Queen of the Ring, who won the Women's Championship from Rhea Ripley at Crown Jewel. But it was a cash-in from Michin, which gave her the WWE Women's Championship. Of course, the winner of tonight's matchup between Michin and Nikki Cross will take on... Well, it's going to be interesting, because in real life, Chris Statlander lost the championship to Tekla. Who would you guys rather see? I guess we'll see what happens in the main event, but Zach, Alpha, if you guys are still out there watching, who would you guys rather see WWE take on? Do you want to see Tekla, or do you want to see Chris Statlander? Either way, whoever wins between Nikki Cross and Michin will be doing battle with either Statlander or Tekla. Maybe they have a matchup on Dynamite for the title coming up, but currently Io, Natalya, they are not booked on the Forbidden Door card, and obviously that's frustrating for Io. She would have loved to have had an opportunity to go up against either Tekla, who formerly was a member of Stardom, just like Io was, or to go up against Chris Statlander, who's a brand new opponent for her. Also at Forbidden Door, AEW WWE Forbidden Door, it's going to be Rhea Ripley, one-on-one with Mercedes Moné, and then the Women's Tag Team Championships. We crowned new Women's Tag Team Champions, by the way, if you guys did not tune into our last stream. It was the Queens of Combat. Ooh, look at this submission locked in. It was Roxanne Perez, Shayna Baszler, who knocked off Muscle and Myth, and they will do battle with the Babes of Wrath coming up at WWE AEW Forbidden Door. So Baszler and Roxanne going up against Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron at Forbidden Door. But right now, tall task for Io Sky, having to deal with this handicap match after, and I wonder if Michin's the one that kind of set that up. So For those of you that maybe you're just tuning in or haven't tuned in before, our boss, Kevin Owens, we have not seen him for about a month. He was put in a casket and taken out of commission by The Undertaker at the last Premium Live event at SummerSlam. And we've not seen from Kevin Owens. If we've heard from Kevin Owens, they've been keeping it hush-hush, but Paul Heyman has been left in charge temporarily of WWE. But as we mentioned, this Vince Russo situation that we have here, obviously he's somebody, you know, the Vince Russo, the egomaniac as he is, he would obviously love to be in control. And you got Hollywood Hogan that was signed with an ironclad contract, as he was, to be brought in to do away with nWo Black and White by our boss Kevin Owens. You wonder how much influence a Hollywood Hogan and a Vince Russo may have here in WWE. So, ooh, what a shote shot by Io Sky. So remains to be seen. A promo battle between Vince Russo and Paul Heyman could be extremely interesting. Those guys have never gone toe-to-toe on the mic, have they? You think a Russo, Io having a hell of a time getting to the top turnbuckle. A Vince Russo, I don't know why the game is not letting her climb to the top turnbuckle. A Russo-Paul Heyman promo battle on the mic could be very, very interesting, as Tiffany Stratton is going to tag out here to Natalya. So much like Brian said in the chat, I think those guys headed out. What are you guys looking forward to? Elimination Chamber tonight, kicking off in about 3.5 hours or so. In Chicago. Chicago crowds are always good. The last couple of WWE crowds, I don't know, SmackDown and Raw, it was Atlanta and who was it last night? They were quiet as can be. So maybe we'll get some excitement out of Chicago. And there we go. Finally, we get Io to the top. The game was not allowing it, and it hits an over the moonsault onto Natalya. Shoulder kick out, and Io, let's see, you know, she comes, Natalya coming from a family that is well versed on submissions. Is Io going to have enough to put Natalya away? And it looks like it. Yes, it is going to be enough. Io Sky is going to survive this handicap match. You got to think to the frustration of our women's champion Michin, but Michin's got to focus tonight because she already has a loss. It was a count-out loss, but a loss nonetheless to Nikki Cross, and she's got to defend the title against Nikki Cross here, coming up in just a couple of minutes here on Monday Night Raw in Universe mode. You guys tune in. We streamed earlier this morning as well. Did a little RXFL action for you guys with Toronto Huskies and the Columbus Crossfire. So go check out that game if you guys didn't get a chance. Up next on Monday Night Raw. Apparently the new game, these loading screens are gonna be gone. It's supposed to just flow right into the next match. That'd be pretty cool. I'm still on the fence. You guys, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know buying the yearly game or not buying the yearly game, where I stand on that. If you don't know where I stand on that, I got 5 years worth of streams. You can go back and watch and see where I stand on that. But for right now, unless there's a really good sale, the plan is not to buy 2K26. But I am interested in a lot of the changes they've made. Not $70 interested, maybe $20, $25 interested. Like, I feel like a lot of the changes they made are kind of just patch updates. Not worth a $70 game, but we will see when it actually comes out. I've watched the New Day, Up, Up, Down, Down, I should say, do their video. And I've seen a couple of the videos out there that have been talking about it. But the thing that's going to be for me as a Universe mode player, first of all, a game changer that you can start Universe mode at any point. The fact that, you know, it used to be I had to try, and if you guys remember, if you watched my Universe mode last year, the road to WrestleMania was kind of butchered. I had to do a lot of simulating because the new game was coming out, and we wanted to go from 22 to 25, and you can't start where you want it. Like, you had to start in April, right? The game changer in this one is you can apparently start universe mode anywhere. I can pick up 2K26 and start universe mode where in November. If I get to November, I can start the next universe mode in November. So a lot of those kind of scenarios are kind of game changers, which I'm very interested in. But the thing that for someone like me that uses a lot of legends, obviously we have Hollywood Hogan, we got Kurt Hennig in our NXT, DDP, Goldberg. We use a lot of legends in our universe mode, and we always have. I still don't quite know how the unlockables work. There's apparently DLC, paid DLC, and then you have to like pay after you pay for the DLC to skip tiers or something. So it's like double the money to unlock people that we've already had, is what I'm hearing. I have to actually see it when it comes out, so it is definitely going to be a possible down the line purchase. But if I'm not able to play with legends that I've been using in my games for years and years, and there's a paid unlockable component to it, and a grinding component where you have to pay to do stuff, but then you still have to play the game to unlock things, this is probably going to be a big old pass for me, and we'll see what 2K27 has in store. But we will wait and see. I will wait for the reviews to come in, because it's scattered information, and I don't know. Maybe does that say something about 2K? You got to get your information out there, because people have no idea how these unlockables work. It has been a topic of debate on the interwebs out there, and if I don't know, if you work for 2K, go on Twitter or Reddit and just type in 2K26. That's what everybody's talking about, so it's not that hard to find. But anyway, we got Chelsea Green and we got Bayley here, which, again, every once in a while you get matches on universe mode just between two competitors that need to get booked, and this is kind of just a ranking match here. We've seen Chelsea Green a number of times on universe mode, but no super major wins yet. And obviously Bayley has been a big part of our universe mode for a couple years, former women's champion in previous universe modes, where she had the big WrestleMania championship win in our universe modes of the past. And she had the feud with Charlotte Flair leading into WrestleMania last year, and was in a tag team for quite a while with her best friend, Mercedes Moné, who we're going to be seeing at Forbidden Door take on Rhea Ripley. And ever since Mercedes Moné took off for AEW, it has left Bayley kind of trying to find where her spot is here in universe mode, and maybe picking up a win here with Chelsea Green as we get on the back end of Forbidden Door. Could open up opportunities for either of these competitors here. Ooh, what a vicious back elbow, knocking Chelsea Green out and into the cover here. Kick out by Green. More of those elbows catch her right in the face, and the role model. Look at that, Bayley going old school. And another, boy, she's got black and blue with the number of elbows she's hitting. Submission locked in onto Chelsea Green. Chelsea looking like she's trying to fight out of this thing, and she is. Nice roll through. Ooh, she could have held that. She could have maybe caught Bayley with a pin, and hits her running knee strike. Rough Rider by Chelsea Green. Oh my God, is she going to snatch victory from defeat? She nearly did. Holy moly. That was nearly a victory. Bayley had Chelsea Green dead to rights, and she has come right back into this thing. Could this be one of the biggest wins in the career of Chelsea Green here in universe mode? If she can knock off Bayley. No, not quite enough. Oh my goodness, that was almost the win. Chelsea Green from the top. Oh, it's the elbow drop from the inside to the outside. Chelsea, you got to focus now. Yeah, maybe she's going to take the count out win. She might try to look at like Nikki Cross. Chelsea Green going for the count out victory here. Referee up to 5. Now she's going at some fan right now. She's got to pay attention. Chelsea Green to pay attention. And, oh, still somehow able to avoid Bayley and hit that missile drop kick. Shout out to Wit Ghost if you're watching out there. 5G in the car. I know not always working the best. The half crab locked in. Yes, there's Wit Ghost. The half crab locked in, Lance Storm style. She is Canadian. I mean, from Vancouver, not necessarily Calgary, Alberta, Canada. But you got to know those Canadian moves, hitting the half crab. Bayley is able to fight out of it, and Bayley sends her flying. What's this? Oh, we got a run-in. What is this? Wait a minute. Tiffany Stratton, who we just saw in the handicap match. Maybe this is the new tag team. Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. That could be an interesting team. Bayley distracted. Oh, but ducks under. Not enough. Shot off into the ropes. Chelsea Green avoids it. Shot on Bayley. Bayley answers back. Bayley to belly, center of the ring. Looks like the distraction by Tiffany. No, it is going to be enough. It's a kick out from Chelsea Green. What do you guys think? That's a solid tag team, right? Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. Bayley again. Rose Plant. Surely that's got to be it. I'm surprised. Another kick out by Chelsea Green. I'm surprised Stratton didn't come out, but maybe she's still worn out from the handicap match. Bayley once again setting her up. Is this going to be another Rose Plant? And Chelsea Green has kicked out again. 2 Rose Plants. Bayley to belly. Bayley cannot believe it. Chelsea Green was fighting. She was training hard for this one. If she can pull off this victory here, this will be, as we mentioned, one of the biggest victories in her career in Universe mode. Armbar locked in. Submission not going down. Chelsea Green fights out of it. Big boot onto Bayley. And Bayley counters. The Unprettier once again sends Green up and over. Got her on the ring apron, forearm shot. Oh, this isn't going to feel good. This is going to be right. No. I mean, that still didn't feel good either. I thought she was going to hit her on the edge of the ring apron, but getting your throat run across the ring rope doesn't feel good either. Right? Well, you coming into this match, and we mentioned it's 2 competitors that don't have bookings right now coming up at Forbidden Door. 2 competitors that aren't involved in the title picture, but the promise that this match wasn't going to be good because there wasn't a story behind it. This has turned into one hell of a fight between Chelsea Green and Bayley, and one that I think folks are going to want to see more of coming up here as Bayley is busted open on the outside of the ring. When you get to the outside of the ring, it's dangerous, and Chelsea Green dropped on the back of her head. And I know the fans here want to see the results. They got to get back in before the count out. Bayley is going to toss in Green. Chelsea Green kicking back Bayley. Big kick ducked by Bayley. Tie up. Bayley, center of the ring. Running power slam, shades of the British Bulldog. And another kick out from Chelsea Green. My goodness. Bayley setting up for Bayley to belly. Countered by Chelsea. Roll through. Clothesline. Into the cover. Whitney's getting pumped up. Whitney Ghost getting hyped. This is Chelsea Green's greatest match ever. Chelsea head to the top. Bayley comes in. Oh, she missed. She missed and rocked her elbow on the top of the turnbuckle. And now Chelsea Green telling Bayley to get up. The Unprettier. Into the cover. Oh, it's another kick out. This match is unreal. Poor Michin, the women's champ's got to come out and compete after this. Oh my goodness. Chelsea Green and Bayley out of nowhere, having the 5-star match of the night so far in Universe mode.
So ruthless. And Green is going full tilt here. As I said, bringing the fight to
Chelsea looking for her third unprettier in this matchup. Go ahead and hit it. Chelsea's got it. No, it's countered by Bayley. Countered by Bayley. Sends her off into the ropes. And hits the Thez press. I thought it was going to be a little Stone Cold Steve Austin right there, but just decided to ram her, give her the concussion right into the mat. Bayley to belly, off the rope, she hits it. And it's another kick out from Chelsea Green. Bayley, one more does she have in it? What is the 5th or 6th Bayley to belly in this matchup? No, it's going to be another Rose Plant. And finally, that is going to be it. The match of the night so far on Universe mode. Bayley and Chelsea Green. Not only did Bayley prove, look at that, she's bruised, the face full of blood, the Red River. But Bayley gets the win. We saw possible the alliance of Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. The distraction did not work. But Bayley, look at that face. Bayley went through a war. Instant classic, the critics are saying. And I think the people want to see more out of Bayley and Chelsea Green after that. We get a little bit of excitement here on Universe mode before we got to see the implosion of the New Day, which is going to be an emotionally charged matchup coming up. Up next, we got Bullet Club, Omos with AJ Styles and Finn Balor going up against the former Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. We're also going to hear from Rhea Ripley coming up. She's got a promo in Universe mode. We saw the Women's Championship match, Michin and Nikki Cross. And as we mentioned, the main event matchup, Las Vegas Langston, the former Big E, going up against Kofi Kingston. And here comes Bullet Club. AJ Styles, Omos, Finn Balor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
You talk about the history of Bullet Club, you know, All In, AEW. These are obviously a group of guys frustrated that they're not going to have the opportunity. There's only so many spots. It's 2 huge rosters. It's a 12-match show. But Bullet Club will not be part of the AEW Forbidden Door festivities. A couple of the other non-title matches we mentioned, Rhea Ripley, Mercedes Moné, Darby Allin versus The Rock, The Elite versus the Judgment Day, nWo Black and White versus nWo Hollywood versus the Death Riders. And that's where you kind of mentioned the nWo Hulkamania, I should say, not nWo Hollywood, but nWo Hulkamania, which is kind of like your outsider group. They would not be for WWE or AEW. CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Usos, and Sting versus The Undertaker.
And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds,
Braun Breaker, recently former Intercontinental Champion, lost the title to Cody Rhodes. And it's going to be Intercontinental versus International. Cody Rhodes versus Kazuchika Okada coming up at Forbidden Door. I still want to hear from you guys. Should we have done Intercontinental versus Continental? You know, Continental, or International the inner battle. I went U.S. versus Continental, and of course, So what do you guys think? The Fiend versus Okada and Cody versus Moxley, or Cody versus Okada and the Fiend versus Moxley? The Fiend versus Okada could be an interesting matchup. And John Moxley and Cody as well. Have we ever seen it? Do we ever see Moxley and Cody go at one another in AEW?
While Omos is an absolute monster of a man, he still lacks a certain amount of in-ring experience. Is that
Whitney Ghost.
Well, when you deliver the punishing offense that Omos
hyped up in the chat.
too fancy, Cole. It's that raw strength, power, and
so for Braun Breaker, I know it's one-on-one, but he's got all of Bullet Club to contend with, and you got Omos, of course. But for the Intercontinental Championship, as we mentioned, former champion Braun Breaker. This would be a pretty important victory to get a win here and get back at Cody Rhodes to challenge for Cody in the Intercontinental Championship. Oh my goodness, hits a spear early on. We just saw the 5-star classic between Chelsea Green and Bayley. We almost saw a 2-second match here between Omos and Braun Breaker. Breaker choking out Omos now. Referee's got to break that one up. Not only is he in the ropes, he's getting choked. The double illegal hold here from the refs. Absolutely unreal. And Breaker, the just stiff kick to the back of the Nigerian Nightmare. And he's going to do an alligator roll. Remember ZZ from Tough Enough? Did the alligator roll like that?
Great way to disorient your opponent.
Crossface locked in. He's pulling out all the submissions here. Smart move. Keeping the... How big is Omos? 7 foot, 8 foot tall? Keeping this man grounded. Now, as soon as I say that, he's going to pick up Omos. Almost in like a modified torture rack situation here. Oh my goodness, and he might get Omos to tap out here. Omos has tapped out. What a victory for Braun Breaker. Not intimidated by the Colossus Omos. Picks up a huge win over Breaker. And maybe looking Cody Rhodes' way for that Intercontinental Championship rematch coming up once we get through Forbidden Door. Of course, the next premium live event after Forbidden Door is Bad Blood. There's going to be plenty of bad blood between Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes, but that was a impressive victory, not only to submit the Nigerian monster, but to do so in pretty convincing fashion. We're going to hear from Rhea Ripley next.
Rhea Ripley looks like she has something to say.
The former women's champion who lost her title to Io Sky at Crown Jewel coming out. Lost her title, lost her Riot Squad as well. As Liv Morgan and Shotzi joined up with Becky Lynch, and I wonder if we're going to get a call out here of Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley, I got to talk up the crowd, win them over. Let's see, I got to pull up the win. I'm just going to say Rhea's going to win her next match. She's going to hype up and say, I'm going to win my next match.
From Rhea Ripley. The words of a superstar who is either supremely confident or
so Rhea Ripley next Monday on Raw. No, well, her next match technically is at Forbidden Door. Rhea Ripley will be taking on Mercedes Moné at AEW WWE Forbidden Door, but we see Becky Lynch's name, so maybe something with Becky Lynch next week. But for now, Rhea Ripley focused on Forbidden Door because she's got Mercedes Moné, who does not lose many matches. And it's going to be quite the battle coming up at Forbidden Door. Up next, we got the WWE Champion Gunther set to go one-on-one with Austin Theory. We've seen the last couple of weeks Austin Theory managed again by Gigi Dolan, much like he was in Evolve. And we've seen the sneak attacks by Austin Theory. We've seen it all between Theory and Gunther going back the last couple of weeks. Of course, the main focus for Gunther has got to be coming up at Forbidden Door. WWE Champion versus AEW Champion. The main event of Forbidden Door. Gunther versus Samoa Joe. I believe those two have only wrestled one time in the past. It was like an independent promotion before, like, I think Gunther was still a rookie back then. Someone will have to look that up and correct me on it, but Gunther and Samoa Joe in their prime to go at it at Forbidden Door, and Austin Theory is going to get jumped by the WWE Champion Gunther, and it seems fitting after Austin Theory jumped Gunther previously, as Gunther wants to eliminate the Austin Theory problem leading into Forbidden Door. And we talked about all the challengers coming Gunther's way, with Kevin Owens, our owner, being out of the picture. Guys that were previous not getting title matches.
A warning and a challenge from Gunther.
Wait a minute, we got a standoff here, getting a reset, but we've I don't know what the heck is happening. The game locked up for a second. Hey, we're back at it. The game went nuts for a second. We've seen the campaigning for guys that have not gotten their title matches because of Kevin Owens. CM Punk is out there. He never got his rematch after losing the championship to Gunther. Mustafa Ali never got his rematch after losing the championship to CM Punk. Sami Zayn mysteriously did not get to compete in the King of the Ring finals after making it to the finals. Was replaced by Kevin Owens. He never got his title match. Austin Theory here has been anchoring for his title match since he's stepped out of the U.S. title picture. So you got all these guys that are coming after Gunther, plus you still got the King of the Ring, The Rock, who wants his rematch with Gunther as well after coming up short at SummerSlam. So a lot of guys have their eyes set on Gunther, and the build-up to Bad Blood is going to be an interesting one, but a huge opportunity here for Austin Theory if he can pick up the win on Gunther leading up to Bad Blood. Look at the people just booing Austin Theory. Could Austin Theory be a future WWE champion? He had quite a run with the U.S. Championship, as we mentioned. We have mentioned in past universe modes. And what the hell is this now?
No reason for him to be out here. Well, where are they? There have been some amazing rivalries throughout history, but this one may be the most heated we've ever seen.
I don't know who's fire. Oh! Just a distraction by Austin Theory. I don't know who's Trons or fire. Seth Rollins, maybe? I don't know who that was, but a distraction nonetheless. Distraction. Is Austin Theory going to be the first man to pin Gunther in I don't know how many months? No, he is not. Maybe that's just Gigi Dolan playing some tricks on Gunther. Ooh. Walks right into it. We talked about Austin Theory, the run he had with the U.S. title, victories over Brock Lesnar, Batista. Of course, going through the KO way with Kevin Owens. DIY with Ciampa. Oh, and Theory just barely kicking out. Austin Theory finally deciding to go on his own. Well, technically on his own. Gigi Dolan still with him, but with everything that happened with Matt Riddle, with Kevin Owens, with Ciampa, I said, you know what? I'm on my own. Kick Gargano out of here. And Theory looking to be a future WWE champion. Look at Theory. Oh my goodness.
And he heads back into the ring.
Gunther with those overhand slaps. Just knocking the wind, ripping the skin from the chest of Austin Theory. And the WWE champion who has come in with maybe one of the most impressive rookie years in the history of WWE. A lot of people talk about Brock Lesnar's rookie year. But for our universe mode, Gunther is a rookie. Made his debut in WWE in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Did not win, but had an impressive showing that he was offered a contract by Kevin Owens. Within a month, he won the championship from CM Punk in the Fatal 4-Way matchup at the Premium Live event at it was actually at nWo Sold Out. It was CM Punk who won the title at Backlash. And then 2 weeks later, Gunther won the title at nWo Sold Out. And Gunther has held the title since then and has turned back every challenger that has stood in front of him leading to, as we mentioned, probably one of the greatest rookie years in WWE history. And Theory and Gunther just back and forth right now. We still got 2 matches to go here on Monday Night Raw. The Women's Championship coming up next. Michin defending against Nikki Cross. And the main event, the breakup of... We never thought we'd see it. You saw in real life the New Day mistreat Big E. But in our universe, Mo, this was the New Day that's been together for more than a decade. And you're going to see Las Vegas Langston, the former Big E, with nWo Hulkamania in his corner. Hulk Hogan, MJF, Vince Russo.
Gunther's out of it. Completely in peril.
And take on Kofi Kingston here tonight. Theory, oh my goodness, Austin Theory. Is he going to get the win over Gunther? No. And Gunther kicked out with authority here.
Such a competitive drive, refusing to let this be over. And for a silver spoon kid like Theory, I think he's getting more frustrated by the second.
Look at Gunther. Gunther not impressed with Austin Theory.
Just mocking their opponent right now. Total disrespect. That's going to be a moment you want to forget it very soon.
Well, he about put Theory right through a mat on that one. The sacred mat. Submission locked in by Gunther.
Clutch, this one could be over. He's in excruciating pain. The hold locked in tight. Yet he's still struggling, refusing to give up.
You can hear the submission. Look at it. Oh, and that is it. Austin Theory has been choked out by Gunther. I don't know how much more say Austin Theory can have. He's definitely gone after the champ multiple times. But like he's done to every competitor, Gunther has turned back everybody. And he does it once again. And that is the man representing WWE in the main event. Gunther versus Samoa Joe. WWE Champion versus AEW Champion at Forbidden Door. Apparently this rivalry is going to continue what we're seeing. But I don't know. It has been all Gunther in this one. It is time for our first and only championship match of the night. Michin, who has been on a Gunther-like roll since winning the Women's Championship last month at SummerSlam with her Money in the Bank cash-in. She took her first loss since being the Women's Champion last week in Universe Mode, taking a count-out loss to Nikki Cross. And that is leading up to this matchup here tonight. For the WWE Women's Championship, the winner will head on to AEW WWE Forbidden Door to take on either Chris Statlander or Tekla. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Who would you rather see be the AEW representative? Chris Statlander or Tekla? Let me know in the comments down below. Right now it is scheduled to be Chris Statlander, but we can change it up if you guys want to see Tekla, who just won the title in real life.
Oh, no. Not her.
A very unsettling presence.
As Nikki Cross comes stumbling out with the Wyatt 6 in tow. Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis.
She is ready to get.
Of course, we don't know. Is it Uncle Howdy? Is it The Fiend? Who's in charge of the Wyatt 6? But The Fiend, the current United States Champion, and as mentioned, The Fiend and Jon Moxley, Continental Champion versus United States Champion at Forbidden Door. And your Women's Champion, HBIC Michin. And I believe this is her first title defense since winning the title at SummerSlam.
Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, Nikki Cross. opponent, from Fontana, California, the WWE Women's World Champion, Michin.
We see it there, the Women's World Championship, the reward for coming out on top in this match.
A symbol of dominance for the woman who possesses the coveted title.
Here we go for the Women's Championship. Oh my God, what just happened there? Somehow, that was some spooky Wyatt Six stuff as Michin jumped up with the drop kick. Somehow didn't hit the drop kick, and Nikki Cross was able to hit a leg drop. That was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. And I've seen some crazy things with The Undertaker in WWE. Well, this is already going much like it went last week with Nikki Cross and Michin. Could we be looking at a new women's champion? I think Nikki Cross and Tekla could be a very interesting matchup here. Maybe tension diverted for Michin because she's been so focused on Io Sky and making sure that she doesn't get her rematch that she hasn't really been able to focus here much on a challenger Nikki Cross. And once again, Cross is taking it to the champ.
A swing out, neck breaker from the second rope.
Nikki Cross in full control this one. Michin just able to get out of the way. What kick to the face. Oh my goodness. Running boot, running drop kick there. Another drop kick and ducked out of the way by Nikki Cross. Championship match here tonight, but a lot of people still in the building wondering what's going to happen in just a few moments. The match that people thought they would never see. Formerly Big E, now known as Las Vegas Langston, going up against Kofi Kingston. The implosion of the New Day as Las Vegas Langston has joined up with the likes of Hollywood Hogan, MJF, and Vince Russo. I mean, probably three. Now, this is not Hulk Hogan. This is Hollywood Hogan. These are probably three of the most hated men in the history of pro wrestling. When you talk about everything that Hollywood Hogan did, the NWO, the original NWO, all the dastardly stuff he did. He tried to run over The Rock in 2002, Hollywood Hogan. And you got MJF. People know what that guy's all about. That guy's been a terrible man for years. And Vince Russo, MJF, and Hollywood Hogan, and Big E, one of the most beloved superstars in the history of WWE, wanted to join up with the likes of those three individuals to be the third man. Unreal. And I know I named four guys there. He joined and became the third man before they kicked out Bischoff and added Russo. A massive powerbomb by Michin to retain her championship on Nikki Cross, and Cross gonna kick out. So we're seeing a lot of new competitors in this women's championship picture. Was kind of dominated last year a bit by Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair, and they're still in the mix. Shayna Baszler, of course, now the women's tag team champion with Roxanne Perez, the Queens of Combat. But we got Michin, we got Nikki Cross. We saw that amazing matchup earlier this evening between Chelsea Green and Bayley. That might have, what do you guys, should that be the thumbnail? Obviously the main event, the ones everyone's talking about, but that was quite the match. And like I said, I think folks want to see more out of coming up out of Chelsea Green and Bayley. Michael Cole got really excited for a stomp to the knee. Referee's count up to 8, and Michin could have taken the victory. She did not, though. She wants to prove it to Nikki Cross, to everybody, in her first title defense to get a pinfall win here. Oh, Michin might be looking for soul food. There you go. Well, the actual stomp for good measure into the cover. Ooh, that was a long 2 count. That was a long 2 count. I thought Michin had Nikki Cross down right there.
Time to find another moment to pull off that one more time. Michin heads up high.
She's in a dangerous spot right in front of members of the Wyatt Six. She's waiting on Nikki Cross to get off the ropes here. Just letting her get back into this one. This could be a dangerous move.
From the top.
Oh, the waiting game. The waiting game for Michin delivers on the missile drop kick. Not enough. This game does not want to let you climb up. There we go. Michin off the top. 450 splash onto Nikki Cross.
She kicks out with force.
Somehow she's still in this matchup.
Frustration is getting to the women's champion for the first time since winning the title.
Oh, strong impact.
Nikki. Could this be Nikki Cross's moment to win the women's championship? Of course, a former women's champion when she was a superhero. She's a long way from being a superhero now. Oh, flying crossbody, flying Sister Abby, and Michin. And interesting is Michin, she's had a history, not to compare the two, because they're separate people for sure, but as far as Michin dealing with the spooky and the supernatural, the red versus blue feud, what is happening right now? Oh my god, that's exactly what I was talking about. The red versus blue feud in TNA between Michin and Rosemary. Michin has plenty of experience with the supernatural, and Nikki Cross could be looking to put Michin away. Michin able to counter, and Nikki Cross answers right back. Oh, those vicious kicks by Michin. Hits the soul food once again. And that may have just been enough. And it is. Michin retains the women's championship. And she will represent WWE at Forbidden Door against either Chris Statlander or Tekla. Let me know in the comments. Who do you want to see Michin face? Do you want to see her take on Tekla or Chris Statlander? Well, folks, we have hit our main event here on Universe Mode. If you've enjoyed this one so far, hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We're a live stream channel like the guy that got upset on some of the videos before. This is a live stream channel, so we do live streams here. The guy wanted a 10-minute video. But we got plenty of stuff on Patreon, patreon.com/TBSports27. If you want to help support a small content creator, we got Ko-Fi links down below. Not Ko-Fi links, Ko-Fi links, kofi.com/TBSports27, streamlabs.com/TBSports27 as well, if you guys want to help support this channel. So it's time for the main event. Big E, now known as Las Vegas Langston. You can't change the name, so you just got to pretend. But you see the LVL, Las Vegas Langston, and he's wearing the colors of nWo Hulkamania, black and yellow. The combination of Hulkamania colors and nWo colors. With Three of the most dastardly men in the history of pro wrestling walking behind one of the most beloved men in the history of pro wrestling. Hollywood Hogan, MJF, and Vince Russo leading out Las Vegas Langston. Set to go up against, as we mentioned, these are two men that were closer than a lot of brothers.
A high-pressure situation for Kofi, but remember, that's where Kingston shines brightest.
And this is a group that, I mean, Kevin Owens signed Hollywood Hogan to this ironclad contract in an attempt to get rid of nWo Black and White. This is a group that, between Hogan, between Russo, they're going to try to get their poison into WWE. They're going to try to do something to get that ownership away from Kevin Owens, especially if he's out of the picture for much longer.
New Day from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
What makes the New Day so
They're trying to keep it jolly and, you know, old school like the New Day, but this is an emotionally charged matchup here. Kofi Kingston and Las Vegas Langston. Kofi coming in here immediately. Vegas tried to duck under it. And Langston out of the way. I mean, look at the size of Langston. He looks even bigger. We still haven't heard from Las Vegas Langston either why he decided to join nWo Hulkamania. Of course, he was out for a amount of time. We thought his career was going to be over. He was in the first ever WWE scaffold match with the Big Boss Man, was thrown off the top of the scaffold, and he was out of action for a long, long time. Recently came back and has been, you know, I would say hasn't had as many bookings possibly under Kevin Owens, but he's been trying to get back up the card. When you lose a lot of time and you're trying to move back up the card, that takes time to get back there, whether frustration from that or what. But again, you just look at these three. I mean, three of the most hated men in the history of pro wrestling, and Big E wanted to associate. This is the same shock. And when we talked about the third man before, when Hulk Hogan joined up with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, it was the shock of Hulk Hogan wants to hang around with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. It's the same shock as you looking at Big E and saying this man wants to hang out with Hollywood Hogan, MJF, and Vince Russo. When he used to hang out with the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, now he wants to hang out with Hollywood. I mean, these are three backstage politicians, Hollywood Hogan, Vince Russo, and MJF. And he wants to hang out with these three guys. The stoic Las Vegas Langston. Kofi staggering up, and Vegas takes Kofi Kingston to the floor. Oh, what a kick by Kofi. Able to sidestep Langston.
He's slow to get up and unaware of the massive target on his back. Incoming!
Oh, Kofi Kingston springboard wiping out Las Vegas Langston, and Langston with one shot able to send Kofi Kingston right back down. And oh, Kofi though rolling through, hits the DDT on Las Vegas Langston on the floor. Referee's count's getting up there now. Count is up to 8. Las Vegas staggering up to his feet. Just gets in the nick of time. Referee's wanting to count 10 on that one. How fitting would that have been if Las Vegas Langston gotten beat by Kofi Kingston like that? And now Vegas is getting... Boy, Kofi, it's the speed of Kofi. You would think Las Vegas Langston would know Kofi a lot better. But Kofi is dodging everything that Langston's thrown at him. And now he's got some words. Who knows what Hollywood Hogan has just said to Kofi Kingston. Could have been anything. Oh my goodness. Hollywood Hogan. It could have been something MJF said too. MJF, Vince Russo. I mean, these are three of the biggest shit talkers in pro wrestling history. Hollywood Hogan, MJF, and Vince Russo.
series of blows.
And is there an end in sight to nWo Hulkamania? Will there be other members? You see referee Charles Robinson giving Hogan a warning. He knows all about Hogan. He knows all about Russo. He was in WCW with those guys as Las Vegas Langston just wearing out Kofi Kingston right now. And Kofi's reversing it. This is not so much a wrestling match. It's turned into a brawl. It's turned into a fight between these former best friends. Leg drop off the top from Kofi Kingston as Langston rolling out to the apron here. Las Vegas might be in desperation mode, and and he got distracted again. Kofi, man, he's got to stop getting distracted by these guys, and it's so hard to do when these guys talk. You know, they've spewed the worst things, these three men, in their history in pro wrestling. Vince Russo, MJF, and Hollywood Hogan. So it's so hard not to let those words get under your skin, but Kofi Kingston, he's got to figure out a way to buckle down and tune out those three on the outside of the ring. And it's a smart move by Las Vegas Langston as well. He's been keeping the matchup on that side of the ring to try to keep those distractions. Meanwhile, we just saw a boom drop there. And Las Vegas Langston kicks out. And we had an exposed buckle for a moment here. Trouble in paradise. And the referee he's dealing with the buckle. This nWo Hulkamania. That should have been a victory for Kofi Kingston. Oh, and Kofi, he went all out with that jump. Look at Las Vegas Langston sending Kofi Kingston down. Big clothesline by Vegas. Ducks under. Back body drop. Hogan, and look at Hogan again. Ripping the buckle off. Langston, he threw him, the referee, he wanted to throw him right into the exposed buckle. He is going to get him into the exposed buckle thanks to Hollywood Hogan. Are you kidding me right now with this? Picks him up. I don't know, what do you call it? Is it the Las Vegas ending? I don't know. Kofi Kingston. And Las Vegas Langston cannot believe it. Staggering up to his feet and knocks him out. Look at that, right? And Hogan with a few cheap shots on Kofi Kingston. The cheap shots. And look at that, Kofi reversed and Hogan throwing him back into the ring here. Kofi Kingston fighting with all he's got. Kofi Kingston is fighting back with everything that he's got right now against his former best friend, Las Vegas Langston. Kofi to the top.
His mind is turning. Might be close to the edge. Take off. Misses big time.
Sidestep. He might have just blown out his knee. Kofi might have just blown out his knee. Power bomb from Las Vegas Langston. Kofi Kingston still has life to him in this matchup. Cover again, and Las Vegas with his feet all over the ropes. Are you kidding me? This man would not have done this 2 weeks ago. There's the reversal. Into the referee again. Every underhanded tactic this man is doing right now to his former best friend. Throwing him into the exposed buckle, into the referee, and Kofi still is fighting. Kofi is still fighting. Splashing Kofi through the mat. Another kick out from Kofi Kingston. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Las Vegas Langston might be going for it. Nope. Oh my God. Reversal. Kofi into the cover. Kick out. What a fight this has been. And Langston
And Kingston getting dismantled.
And now to the foot. Wait. Oh, come on. With the chair.
Things get messy in a hurry.
This man does not care about this matchup. Oh, just crushes his best friend's skull with the steel chair. Kofi Kingston's going to get the win, but this man does not care about that. It is a... We got to cut this thing off. It is a 4-on-1 mugging right now. 4-on-2, I should say, with Xavier Woods over there. Russo, Hogan, Langston, MJF. They are destroying the New Day right now. We got to get off the air with this thing. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable right now.